Hi everyone, so this is a little video showing you how I'm going to decorate this cereal box into a big chunky journal. As you can see, I've already cut it down to size and the measurements were there on the ruler. Now, to add some stability to the journal, I'm going to just do some collaging. The inside of the collaging will be visible, but I do the outside as well, but then I cover it over. But again, that is still adding stability to the journal, and I like the process. So anyway, I mean, don't have to, you can completely cover it with packaging paper or anything that you like, but this is just how I'm doing this. No rights, no wrongs, just my way. So here, these are vintage book pages, and I'm just like using my ruler there to tear them up to give me a little selection to add to the book. So here is a variety of different glues you can use. I'm going to go with that one. Could I find my brushes? No. And I'm like, where are my brushes? So I used like old gift cards and stuff. And the whole time doing this, my brain was like, where are my brushes? I've got all of my little tiny brushes, but where are my brushes gone? Where have they gone? Anyway, I do eventually find them. They were in a jar in the bathroom where I last left them. I'd washed them out and stuck them in there. I think because the sun was out, I thought, oh, they'll dry in there. Anyway, so, but this was actually a good, I didn't have any problems using like the gift cards, like adding the paper and the glue. I do enjoy this. I find it very therapeutic, and it is something that you can do, like to prepare yourself for making tags and all sorts of different things, is collaging. So yeah, this is like, it's like watching paint dry, but I enjoy the process. And as you can see, I was smearing the glue, because that glue is actually a glue and a finish. It's like 2-in-1, and it's by Art Studio, and you can get it here in the UK in the range. I don't know if they supply it anywhere else, because that's the only place I've saw it. I don't know, I think you can get it in a gloss as well, but I got the mattes. I'm not overly keen on like high gloss things. Hence, even when I use Mod Podge, I still use like the matte one. Anyway, I haven't put that in ages actually. So I don't know what I was doing here, but I'm squishing the glue around with the card again. So now that side's done, leave that to dry. You can, you know, process the speed the process up by using a heat tool, which I actually did after a while because I was getting impatient. So I'm just trimming off around the edges. And funny enough, this journal is going to be red. It's going to have lots of reds in it. I watched a journal by Sarah Lee Armstrong, and she had done one called Scarlet, and I thought, I'm gonna do a red one, because it's something that I don't, well, I just done the poppy one actually, which was grungy and red, but I don't actually do like use them colours that often. So anyway, them papers that you just saw there are going to be a couple of freebies on my coffee shop when I get around to adding them on there, because I made a little digital kit up which is on my Etsy, and these little freebies will go with it. You will see more of the kit that's on Etsy later on in this video. So as you can see here, I'm just putting the papers on any old way. So just cover up your box. Like I said, this is just adding stability to the box as well. Well, your cover. It was a box, now it's a cover. It's a journal cover now. I'm just putting it on any old way. I don't know why I was so specific, because I covered it over. But I was just enjoying myself. So here we're nearly finished. I've got to dry that off, and then we're going to trim around the edges. I love the feel of when you've collaged, because you can manipulate the cardboard that you've just put it on. You can manipulate that pretty well by like kind of wiggling it around. Right, so here on the inside I'm going to use some gesso. As you can see, I've hardly got any left. I've actually had that for about 2 years. It's lasted very well, and I got that on Amazon when it was on a really good deal. I think I only paid about £8 for it. It's probably about £28 now with cost of living crisis. But anyway, just smooshing that on with a credit card, as you can see, and that was drying ever so quickly, because one, it's kind of drying up inside of the tub. It's got very thick, so I went around the edges because I don't need to do all of it because I am covering that, but I am going to have a little border where I'm going to paint that black. So we dry that off, and I'm just going to put a little bit of black if it comes out. Don't need a lot, and I'm just going to smush that on all the way around the edges of the journal cover. just gone over that with some distress inks, which that was Grand Espresso, and then just gone in around the edges on the inside. Now I do leave that as it is because I'm going to put some pockets on that. So they're the freebie papers. I'm struggling to say freebie. And I'm using this glue for that because one, I want to be able to see where it's all going, and you can really smush that in, and it's quicker to dry than the other glue. So just before I done that, I noticed that little bit up in the corner, so I'm just lining that up, and so that we can still see a little bit of the black, and then I'm just going over that with an old card, and then I kind of go over it with a cloth as well, just to, not that's a baby wipe, that cloth. I'm just kind of going over there to squish that right down. Then I do the same on the other side. So that's looking good. Right, I'm coming in here with some black cardstock. It's not overly thick. I don't know what size, what weight it is. So I'm just making sure that I'm going to get a good coverage, like wrapping it around the spine onto the front and back cover. And my measurement was, I can't even see that now, so I don't know what it was. And I'm just going to making sure that that was okay, and I'm not trimming off any of that yet because I'm just going to add loads of this glue on there, and then I'm going to apply the card to the spine. Now really make sure you've got lots and lots of glue on there. Now this glue is actually pretty good, so I was just making sure I was gluing enough on that piece and getting that off because I don't want the other side to stick to it. My dirty rag. Right, so just try not to get my head in camera then. So that is on there. I'm going to smush that down again with a credit card, and then I'm going to let that dry for a good couple of hours. I'm not going to try and bend it or anything, just leave it flat, let it dry properly, otherwise it will start to come away from them folds. That's what I found. So I did do that, but then I thought, no, don't do it. So now I'm going back in, and definitely do this with a dry brush when you are using an inkjet. I've used an inkjet, but I did iron that paper to try and help seal in the inks. Don't know if it works, but I think it does. And as you can see that matte, it's actually, I think it made the flowers look a little bit more vibrant. So just covering the whole lot, and then I let it dry. I think I actually let that dry overnight, and then I'll come back to it this morning. So I have sealed that I'm going to leave that as is just now. I'm going to stitch all the way around. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. I may cover the front of that with you know, like a topper or something, but I will leave the back as it is. And I've made my signatures, but I'm going to sew around that, and then I'm going to come back and show you the signatures that I'm going to put in, and then I'm going to call the video done because I'm going to decorate it all off the screen. But I'm just showing you this because it's so quick and easy to do. And I am going to say as well, like, I know I collaged the front of it. I done that because of stability reasons. You know, the more layers you put on, the more stable your cover is going to be. This will be even sturdier because I am going to put pockets on the inside of this as well, hence why I'm not going to do any more to this, because I'll probably just cover it over. But yeah, the more layers, the more stable your journal will be. So I'm just going to go and stitch that. Okay, so I've done all the stitching on that. That actually makes it look so much nicer. I don't know what's going on, but that went all funny there. It kind of like it wanted to do little flower leaves. It's not an embroidery machine at all. I don't know why. Maybe I was going too fast. I don't know. My foot to the pedal. So anyway, that's that done. And these are my 3 signatures. Now these is using my Red Rose kit, which is a bit kind of grungy-ish, vintage grungy, and this is over on my Etsy store. I will link it below. You can go over and take a peek. So I'm just going to show you the signatures. So it's a proper junky journal, junky style journal. A few digitals. This is original music paper. That paper is upside down because it's got more of the border at the top. These are vintage children's book pages. I've done some stenciling. I used this and this, and then whatever stencils I used. That's a digital, so that book page, some more stenciling. I may go in and do some more stenciling, I may not. I've printed off some red pages to do pockets and things with, not to actually use all of the printables that I've printed off, but just this was a digital. I thought it was nice, and the red looked kind of cool. So yeah, this is the basis of it. You know, the reason I'm not going to show you step by step is because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I do, but like I don't know how I'm going to go with this, and I just want to get on with it without all the stopping and the starting. I just thought I would do this, like I said, to show you how easy it is, just to put it together, a basic journal, and you know, then you can get on and do whatever you like with. Now that's going to sit in there just nice. I don't know how many pages that is, and I've got loads of bits here like that, and it's literally got, I'm gonna have to cover it over because it's got my name on it. And then it's like Nanny and Alan. There's these. I found that. I'll incorporate that somewhere. I didn't find that until afterwards. That would have been lovely on the cover. I found that. Don't know if that's Christmassy or not. Don't think so. But it's actually more kind of, it's red, but it's like a pinky red. I found bits of red pieces. I will go digging for more. I know I've got more. And I found this bit of fabric now, and again I'm debating, is that there is red, but it kind of goes to pink, but red, isn't it? So, and then I printed out these bits. I'm gonna slash them up. That sounds terrible. Slash them up. I'm going to cut them up to make pockets, or to add onto pockets that I'm making, because I think I'm going to do some book page pockets, and then add bits and bobs onto it. So these are all the bits that I'm going to use. Plus I will drag other stuff out as well to put in that. So yeah, that's my signatures, and that's how my journal's going to be. So that is the end of that. I'm not going to sew these in. I'm going to do you're going to see the binding on here. So the next time you'll see this is I might actually come back and do the topper with you, but this will be fully decorated, and then I'll do the topper, and then I'll do a flip through on a separate video. So this is part 1, and part 2 will be the topper and the flip through. So any questions, just ask, and thanks for watching. Bye.